good morning guys, welcome back to the farm. I tell you what, it feels like I haven't picked up the camera for a long time, and look, it's been the busiest, quietest time on the farm, I guess you could say. We've just been so busy with stuff around the house and not busy with stuff on the farm because it's just rained. Rained. Little bits and pieces here and there. I think we went an entire week where we had between 1 to 5 millimeters every single day. We managed to get back out for a day and then we got another 4 millimeters of rain. So it's starting to get really late in the season. It is starting to get really late. So look, we've got a fair bit of one leaf ryegrass starting to come up in the last few paddocks that we need to seed. So we're going to get out this morning and spray that. We're going to do a double knock down on that. Basically, we're going to go out and spray with glyphosate today, and then we're going to come back in about a day and a half and hit it with paraquat to fry absolutely everything off that we can. So we're going to get busy doing that today, and then, yeah, hopefully one last push in a day and a half and we'll just about be done. Alright, I'm just trying to think about what I even need to do this morning. My brain is just mush. I'm surviving off absolutely no sleep. I barely slept last night. Anyway, I think we'll get this thing going, and I'm just going to top it off with fuel, and then we'll get mixing and get into it. So I know that I've had a few people saying to me that, or asking me what's going on, the content's been a bit slow to come out. So I am sorry. It's been very, very busy, but also very, very quiet on the farm with the farming side of things. So anyway, a couple of busy days here now, and I reckon we should be just about done seeding, and then we can start getting on with some other things, which would be good. Let's go mix up and get spraying. Now I tell you, these self-propelled sprayers are awesome machines, and I was told before we bought this that they are thirsty and they use a lot of fuel. Yeah, they definitely do. Probably a little bit more than I thought they would. So this is my other little toy at the moment. It's a little chemical batching station. So basically you just, you pump water in from your tank and then you mix all your chemicals inside here. It's got, big 2-inch agitation lines here. It really smashes all the chemical up, mixes it really, really well. And then you pump it straight up into your sprayer through this 3-inch hose here. And what that does is it just stops you from pumping hours or cranking up the hours on the actual sprayer. So you can just turn that off. And yeah, you do everything down here on the ground, especially when you're mixing things like granules and stuff like that. This makes it really, really, really easy. This is a really awesome setup. I just need to, I'd really love to get this on a trailer now. And plus, every hour that thing runs is an hour it loses value. And just like that, she's brewing. Rightio, so I've sucked out my first batch, spray is full. Now I got my second batch in there, just brewing up. All I got to do when I come back now is suck that up, all the mixing's done. Makes it a little bit more efficient for me when I come back. So, as you can see, I am not going far this morning. This is it right here. Sprayer, paddock. I can't really tell on the camera at the moment how it's picking it up, but you can see the green there. Not sure if the camera will pick it up, but what that is my lovely friend, Mr. Ryegrass. Now the biggest problem with a lot of this stuff at the moment, it's still only one leaf. Some of it just starting to sprout out a second leaf, but you really have to wait until this stuff's 2 leaf to spray it effectively with glyphosate. And ryegrass is virtually impossible to control in your cereal crops, like your wheats and your barleys, your grasses. So we're going to throw everything at it now. But with all that being said, spray is full. I need to map that paddock as well, so let's get started. So I probably should just clarify here a little bit, like when I said before that the ryegrass needs to be 2 leaf to be sprayed out. Yes, generally speaking you want it to be 2 leaf, but the problem we're facing now is it's absolutely saturated out here. There's more rain coming next week by the looks of it. It's getting late in the season. Already this week that goes in now, I don't expect it to be that great of a crop. It's just getting too late, it's going to be too cold during winter, and then if we have any sort of a dry run in spring, it's just going to struggle. So that's why we've got to come now with the glyphosate, because we'll get a certain percentage of it and then we'll come back with paraquat, and that will finish off the rest of it hopefully. And that also helps with any glyphosate resistance that you might have in the weeds as well. So it's just a double knock, coming back twice, getting it all. That's the plan. One thing that Nitro didn't think about was us poor farm tubers. There's nowhere. Where's all the metallic bits that I can attach my camera to? Unreal. Rightio, I've got the paddock mapped. I'll name all my AB lines and we'll get spraying. Well, I just got a little bit too close to the fence on my outside lap. And I broke my auto height controller sensor, so that's nice. You know what I'm thinking? Bit of super glue after this tank full, and I reckon... Ah! Yes, anyway, what I was saying is I think a bit of super glue on there for now until I can get another one. Oh, there's always something. Always something. And a lot of the time, it's operator error. It's kind of so wet out here that even just the sprayer going along and spraying that fine mist on the top just makes the whole top of the dirt look shiny again. Rightio, that tank full is done. Dad's got me some special little super glue type stuff to fix that sensor up, hopefully. Lovely day today. Really, really nice. Well, I got this here. See if we can repair some plastic. Yeah, I mean, I've already put this into the wire before, but of course there just happened to be a fence post right there and I wasn't watching this side.
So, like the cover bit, is it? Or
there's just a cover that goes over there. If you look at the other side, it's probably a bit hard to see with it up, but let's see how good this stuff really is then, I suppose. Alright, sprayer's loaded, the next brew's in the batch mate, mixing up. Put this sensor back on, go get some more ground covered. Yum. Thank you. I'm starving.
Lunch to go. I was going to stop and get your tasty beverage, but...
That's alright. Ah! Bakery lunch, courtesy of my lovely wife. I'm starving as well, so absolutely excellent. So if you just saw that drone footage and you could see the little spots in the paddock that had been, looked like they'd been worked up, that was from one time, a period during seeding where I was so aggravated with the Topcon auto steer, I could not get the geometry right for the bar, and I'm always overlapping or leaving too big a gap from run to run. So I came out here and I spent a couple of hours going up and down the paddock trying to set the bar up properly in the auto steer. So I've eventually come to the conclusion that Topcon is absolutely and not to waste your time or money with it. So I just had a phone call from our John Deere dealer. Also sold us our Bourgault bar. I think that's how you say it. I always say Bourgault, but anyway, they sold us our seeding bar. Now, as you saw a few videos ago, we had a hydraulic cylinder let go. Now, that hydraulic cylinder wouldn't have even done 5,000 acres when that let go. The repair bill was $2,300, and I said to them, I'm most disappointed in it, and I think that the Bourgault should maybe come to the party and help out. Well, they did come to the party, and they paid for the parts, for the repair, and the dealer is covering probably 75% of the labour. I think it works out to be, maybe somewhere around there. Mate, that's awesome. Thank you to Bourgault Australia. Thank you to Pringles Crouch. I don't feel that the acres we'd covered with that bar was good enough for us to be paying that amount of money for a repair like that. So thank you guys. Honestly, it makes your day a little bit better when you get good news like that. So awesome. So if you're ever wondering why we run green equipment barring this sprayer, that's why, because it all depends on the backup and the relationships you have with people. You know, when they look after you, it makes the decision easy. Anyway, I think I mentioned earlier, but I really didn't get much sleep last night, and that's just because my mind was ticking over. It's getting late in the season. I just want to get all this wheat in. I'm just a bit stressed. Anyway, sitting on this sprayer today with the warm sunshine is just making me feel like going to sleep. Farming stress, we'll call it. That's what we'll call it. Anyway, that paddock's done, so we're going to load up again, get the last 35 hectares for the day done. No, I got finished. There's maybe, I don't know, 100, 200 litres in the bottom.
Do like filling up for both of these?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's alright.
Oh no! Piece of plastic in there! Alright, that should be the last fill of the day. Let's go and get this done. This has dragged on longer than I wanted it to. But anyway, it is a gorgeous day out here, my goodness. Sun's shining. Barely a breath of wind. Great day for spraying. Well, would you look at that? I even managed to get the first lap done without taking off my auto height sensor. You beauty. That's another paddock done. Last one. I'm pretty tired. I think I'll go home now. We're gonna leave this here. We're done with this for the day. Gonna get some fuel in the tractor, some grease I think, and then just make sure that's good to go for tomorrow. And yeah, she's gonna be a big day tomorrow I think. So he thinks there might be a mouse under the track, and you know what? Sometimes there is. Sometimes there is. And you know what? Today there was not. So bad luck, buddy.